I tend not to use like vehicles too, because like I said, it kind of, I would, instead of like blowing past enemies, right now these bully mongs, which I think I killed all of them, so I probably should have got a vehicle. I can be getting experience and leveling up, because Doc Mercy's gonna drop me an infinity pistol right here at level 10, because I'm level 10. Can you get? No, you can't get a slag infinity, so you probably can't get a cryo infinity. They did have some options to turn like the Tulane, which is a slag electric, into the Frostfire from the pre-sequel, which would be cryo fire. But I didn't feel that felt good, you know, went too good with the Tulane. To me, I would rather have a slag electric, because that's kind of like the ultimate debuff. You know, if cryo is just copy and paste from slag with damage over time, I'm going to be getting damage over time from the cryo, and then plus I'm going to be getting the electric. So it'll be a more well-rounded weapon, where the Frostfire would be awesome on bully mongs and stuff. I was like, where's that coming from? So I kind of like didn't opt in for the Frostfire. Turning the Slagger into the Frieza. And then I was like, well, the Slagger's a bandit weapon, and the Frieza was a doll, which is basically was the Lasco. And so I didn't feel comfortable in that. I wouldn't want to turn the Slagger into the Frieza. I would turn the Lasco into the Frieza, and then just make the Slagger a badass freezing weapon. And then I think maybe Aaron kind of feels the same way I did, because his default stats is just to do 125% movement speed enemy. So if I slag this enemy right here, he would have 125% movement speed. So probably be what would happen, like what happens to you when you get frozen in the pre-sequel. And then, so he made it fair, and then he did a reduced fire rate. So now I gotta pick one up and pop it to get my little double, because I don't think I'm going to be getting any kind of... Only got 17 health off that? That was poo. Wait a minute. So I gotta check on to see. So far, I don't see a chest up there anymore. I wonder if it broke my more chest on Pandora mod, because that was another mod that I have. Originally, the game came out, and the drop rates were abysmal. Everybody was complaining like they'd rather Borderlands because the drop rates were better. I find it added a little longevity to the game, because, you know, when you only had 50 levels, you didn't want to just start dropping legendaries left and right. And then when they added Digistruct Peak and Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, I was like, oh yeah, the drop rates are terrible. But then when you get to that mode, blues and purples are just like not even good anymore. And so everything is blue and purple every time you open a chest. So it's like, well, do you really need to do the drop rate? And I would say no, you don't really need it. They didn't really need to buff the drop rates. Oh, I don't even have the mission on, man. Is he gonna come out? I guess he is.
Keep your mitts off my toy!
Look, see, now he has a... oh, man, I don't have position on him.
What the hell's he got?
He's got a
Looks
terrible
like you found
position.
what's been perforating my clientele. Do me a solid and get that gun from him.
So obviously they were able to turn the slag colored bullets into white bullets, which look kind of cool. I didn't have a good position on it.
You're done!
What good your fancy pantsy mid-school degree now?
I didn't agree with...
Good job,
if
Vault Hunter. Search his body and see if you can't
in
grab that
Borderlands,
weird-ass
if they
gun
would have
off him.
did Ultimate Vault Hunter right, they just would have increased the drop rates in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, and then make the vending machines scale, because that was a problem with the Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. You open a chest and it's like blue, purple, 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 and it's like, okay, well, where's that at in the rest of the game? Then you go back to Sanctuary and the vending machines at OP8, and it's white, 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 white. It's like, why didn't they just make a new script to just
that's E-Tech.
buff all of this stuff and you
If I'm
know,
going to treat people shot by E-Tech,
so
I'm going to need
that
way more wounds to practice on.
make vendors great again mod where everything is blue and purples. That kind of makes sense in the context of
Now that
Ultimate
you
Vault
got
Hunter
Doc
mode.
Mercy's
You know, just
E-Tech
leave it
gun,
in your
why
load
don't you
order,
test it out
but
on
don't
the local
activate it
bandits?
when you're in normal mode and True Vault Hunter, and then when you get to Ultimate Vault Hunter, turn that mod on, and then you can actually get stuff out the vendor. That looks so
So it
pretty
looks like
white.
that gun uses iridium tech to turn bullets into
And then see,
stuff
now
like
instead of
that.
just
Energy
slagging them
stuff.
and doing damage, it's actually going to do damage over time. So it actually fixes this mission, because this mission was terrible. This gun is terrible. I find the best thing to do is put him in a train, and supposedly the community patch has fixed, like I said, E-Techs now have criticals, which makes this gun better if you do land a critical, and it also adds penetration. So if you train these enemies up, you get 2 or 3 in a row, the bullet continues and goes through one and at least does some damage to the ones behind. Because on this you would always run out of ammo. There's only 15 guys in here and you'd run out of freaking ammo. Because the gun couldn't crit, and it didn't have penetration, and it just was just a terrible gun. Well, now it does penetrate, and it looks cool now. That the white bullets look awesome. I can't wait to get cryo weapons now, and I want to learn how they work. I guess we're gonna have to go into we'll just turn the other mission, because this one will auto complete when I kill, and every time I kill somebody it'll pop up on the screen 16, 17, 18, 19. It's kind of a bad area here to get them, get bandits, but I didn't think you needed the drop rates on Borderlands increased. I think you needed the chance. I think the drop rates were fine. I think the chance of getting, like, every enemy should drop at least a weapon. You know, that way you get more chances for them just to get a random world drop there and there. And then I thought there should be more chests. And it seems like it broke my more chests on Pandora mod, because in Doc Mercy's, right on the roof, there's a one of them car truck chests, and it's not there now. So I don't know if, since I got the revolvers and I got the thing and I've got the buff. Oh yeah, Bandit was buffed too, so Bandit weapons in general were buffed. Like, I think just the assault rifles, because Bandit assault rifles are garbage, and somebody suggested that you do Bandit pistols too, so they got a little buff. In my opinion, Bandit pistols weren't that bad if you was at close enough range. Yeah, they weren't sniper rifles or nothing like that. But a rat-tat-tatter, which is a Bandit pistol with a flat off barrel is a monster. An absolute monster. And then if you've got like Axton with Metal Storm, any bandit pistol is deadly at close range. Because the fire rates are decent on them and the damage is decent on them. It's just you're battling the accuracy. And the fire rate really isn't enough to spray and pray with them. But with Axton, if you can get a kill and trigger Metal Storm,
Calm down.
you know, any bandit pistol is pretty awesome. But I always would look for a rat-tat-tatter if I'm going to use a bandit pistol. If a rat-tat-tatter would drop, why are all these suicide bombers trying to get me when they know they can't get me? Well, why is a skag in here? I don't feel like see, that's just a random blue drop. That's pretty cool in my opinion. If more enemies did that, you didn't have to do the drop rates. The drop rates don't need increasing. The bandits just need to drop a gun. Like, both of those bandits have guns. Why didn't they drop them? And then that would just increase the chances of getting good guns. You don't have to increase the drop rates. I mean, some people complain, oh, I don't want to go kill Terramorphous 20 times and get a hide class mod, and then I got to do it multiple times to get the one from my character. Then I got to do it 100 times to get a perfect version of that mod. And to those people, I would say, why are you farming Terramorphous for a hide Terra class mod? Because they're all garbage. And it's another thing that the patch has fixed. Let's see what pistol I want to kill Watt with. I'm probably going to try to kill him with this revolver. I don't know, does it do enough damage? Let's see, this is doing really 30 damage? Yeah, I'm going to kill him with this. If there's just more chests, and I was thinking about this for Borderlands 3, put chest nodes everywhere. Put them all over. But make every time you spawn into the map, different chests spawn in different areas. Not always be, okay, let me go to by Tiny Tina and check the secret chest. Let me check the chest on top, you know, by here. Let me check the chest by when you go into Wilhelm. Let me do all, you know, check every chest on the map, and then just, you know, quit and spawn, you know, do chests. Make them to where there's like maybe 5 times as many chest nodes, but then make only like, say, maybe twice what Borderlands has spawn. That way you can just, every time you play, it'll be a little bit different. Probably should have sold some guns. And
Welcome to Dr.
see, there's
Zed's
a
Portable Clinic.
nurse mod.
What can I get for you?
Do I want a binder mod? 8% is not really that much. It's not going to make 8% on a 13-second cooldown is not going to really do that much. That's a good grenade, but at 1.8, I wish it wasn't 1.8. 7.6. That's my only sniper that's worth a crap. I'm not to 11 yet. 30 times 15, 14 times 6. Yeah, this is old. Level 8. Level 8. I'm still getting level 8, so this is still good. This is an SMG, but probably at this level, probably not that good. I'm probably going to get a chance at a commerce here. I got a level 11 shield.
I need your business.
I don't need that.
Come on back anytime.
So yeah, just let chess be a little more random and give us more chances at chess. One of the things I did find terrible about... Oh, I was supposed to kill him with this stupid... one thing I didn't like about the pre-sequel is the pre-sequel was probably like about 60% of the game. See that penetration? The penetration on these E-Techs killed that guy behind him. And since the penetration doesn't lose the elemental, this thing is doing cryo damage. It really truly is, even though it's not listed as a cryo. The mission weapon for this DoubleAnarchy mission is, did I finish that? Or did he just do another one of them random text? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. I could get rid of this thing. Well, normally I would drop this thing like really fast because it's just terrible. But now that it's got cryo damage on it, one of the problems with this was it was a pseudo slag weapon. But it didn't, it would show out purple bullets like it was a slag, but then it didn't slag. And if you save and quit, you can sometimes like get a fire element or a corrosive element, but that really wasn't any good. And then this gun was kind of overbalanced. Like, there is a mod to unlock it to let all of them spawn with elements all the time. See, I love that. Bandit charging me. Get a crit, do 623 damage. Like it's a more, to me, in my opinion, a more fun playstyle, like a wait for it playstyle. Okay, I'm gonna get a badass here, and he's not gonna be fun. Well, I guess I can set him on, corrode him and see if he slows down. Because if he slows down, that'll be cool. No, he didn't slow. Either that or 125% is just not enough. I don't think this weapon's a true cryo, though. I think it's just a pseudo cryo. You want to stay and do like that? Have at it with that fire weapon. Let's see, two good crits on him and he's down. If you come from like Call of Duty and you used to slow kill times, or you like Mordecai with that gunslinger, wait for it play style, the community patch in the revolvers mod and the masher mod might be something for you, man. I think it's cool. I absolutely love it. Okay, so I got a spike shield, so anybody sneaking up on me is going to get damaged. I got me a class mod. I can now use this level 11 fire weapon. So since that's not a real cryo, I'm going to get rid of it. Plus it chews through ammo. Oh, I got to spin my skill plate. See that? Wait for it. He's up in my face. And then I pop a crit with these guys. Nomads have small crits anyway. And then Maya's pretty good with the... Once I get used to using revolvers, they're good. I don't think I've got a revolver with a sight yet. I don't know if that was another thing they changed, that you can't get a revolver with a sight. I don't know if that's true or not. I got a masher revolver with a sight, but it just seems to me like the revolvers are not dropping with sights. But we haven't had a huge selection here, so we can't say that without a sight. But man, a sighted revolver would be freaking awesome. But to me, I think that's awesome because, you know, sometimes the kill time in Borderlands is a little too low with the guns. Because, one, they give you trashy guns, and they don't have, like I said, everybody complaining about the drop rates. I say just give us more chances. Let the chests be normal, everyday chests with set drop rates across the game, you know, worldwide across the game, and then just give us more chances. Damn it, too high. I find this playstyle more fun. Like, you got to tank the enemy just good long enough to get that perfect shot. And you can do it with the sights, but I'm not too good with using the crosshairs. Maybe if I had a Jacob's Allegiance relic, which would bring that accuracy in a little bit tighter to almost like Lady Fist accuracy, and then increase probably like the mag size. Or I don't remember what Jacob. I think it does accuracy, recovery, recoil, and maybe reload speed. I don't know. I don't remember. I know it doesn't do damage because Jacob's already damaged.
My mommy is going to be so
With a sniper rifle, huh? I don't have a sniper. I don't have a sniper rifle equipped, but I will put a bolt action on. No, not console.
show you a bucket.
Let me get rid of these fools first.
Interesting reaction.
I'm not doing my side.
Hold it right there.
Is it time out again? What?
Bedtime!
Oh, little bastard. Okay, One, we gotta get a sniper rifle for you, sir. Oh, I think they did a someone sniper? See, One being freaking explosive proof too is a kind of a bullshit. I can't stand that. There's no enemy in the game that's explosive resistance except him. And there's really no reason to do it. Maybe they were going to originally have explosive resistant enemies, but it's kind of stupid. And I'm wondering if he's the reason that the explosive resistant shields are broken.
One-on-one combat. You see Lilith, contact me immediately.
See, there's no cryo barrel.
You can't.
But this barrel is literally just any other barrel with a sticker on it. So I'm wondering if anybody could do textures and change the stickers and then find this texture vector and change it to like that pearlescent blue color. I don't know if it's either not possible or they just haven't figured it out. He did say in his mod, what is this? He did say in his mod that some things he doesn't know how to do yet or haven't figured out yet or can't be done. And then since the mod I don't think's been worked on for a while, a lot of the mods, there's still people still active on there, but then a lot of the mods, like you'll see mods that haven't been worked, like authors who haven't even worked on anything for 6 months. Some of them 9 months. You know, so he might have did this and then been like, okay, well this is the best I could do, but he did give you options to, like, if you want to freeze enemies in place, you can. If there's a version without the fire rate reduction, because to be honest, most of the enemies are not. They can't hit the broadside of a barn. It really would only be beneficial if you're in a lot of crossfire. You could freeze up a whole bunch of enemies and kind of get them to slow their roll on hitting your shield while you kill some of them. So, but I just basically loaded his box stock. I didn't check off any of the replacement weapons from the pre-sequel, which I think is him. He has almost every pre-sequel weapon that copied something. Like the Frostfire copied the Chulade, the Frieza is basically the Lesko in an element, but not really the Slaga, because the Slaga's banded and the Frieza was a doll. The Torrent, the Emperor was a good doll SMG. But the community patch lets you replace the turret. I think the turret improved on the Emperor. I don't think the Emperor was a bad SMG, but doll doesn't have really any good. And my shield killed him. Dog doesn't really have any good SMG. Like the Emperor, if the Emperor is the best they can do, it doesn't really live up to the damage of the pitchfork. It yeah, see, cryo barrels still explode in purple. I don't think they can change that. They definitely can't change the NVIDIA physics.
You're gonna be my new meat fight.
Shut up!
Gotta pretend that purple is blue or white. Wait, what did it do? It put a sticker on the ground and it's cryo. Huh, that's interesting. Look at that. That's a cryo sticker. So it must be some like stickers that he was able to change or something like the... Oh, I know what he did. That's the like the burnt sticker, like when you blow up a fire barrel. That's probably the burnt sticker, and it's just he turned it white. That's pretty cool. So there's so many things he's done in here that I haven't even found a real cryo record yet, and I'm already impressed with the mod. And then the way he, you know, what he did with all the buffs and stuff, I don't think it breaks Borderlands 2 playstyle to where like you remove slag and you can't play the game at OP8. I think it still might be playable because slag is still kind of slag, but it's also kind of its own element, you know, a damage over time element now. And then it still debuffs the enemy even better, like because it slows down their movement speed and their fire rate. So when you're in OP8 and enemies are doing massive damage because they got OP weapons and you've got the same basic health as what you did at level 72, it could kind of give you like a little buff by slowing down their fire rate so you won't take so much damage. Dang it, where's he at? So I think that's kind of cool. I think cryo might actually be better in Borderlands 2 than it is in Borderlands the pre-sequel. Now I gotta try to not crit him so hard that I... Why are they not attacking me? I'll crit the crap out of him though. Okay, I can't crit him again, he'll die. I gotta hit him with this once or twice.
Calm down.
Maybe on the next phase lock I'll get him. Well, he's hurt now, he ain't gonna do anything. He's just gonna throw stuff at me. I don't think slag weapons drop till about level 15, I think. I would have had to keep the mark. I would have to keep the weapon Marcus gave me to... Oh, his shield's back. I didn't get none of the uniques yet.
That might help you guys out with
No fermenting edge, which...
I've been observing this siren, Lilith.
If there was a replacement for the fermenting edge, I probably would replace it.
Her natural phase-walking abilities. This naturally leads me to assume some unspoken connection between sirens, iridium, and the vault. I have determined two additional things. Firstly, that she finds it irritating when others pluck out strands of her hair under the guise of needing them for scientific experimentation.
It's probably one of the better ones you could get this early in the game, but I hate the sight on it. You get it in here, and then like you try to use it in this next room, you're like zoomed in like so far. It's not even funny. Like you can't even. It's too much zoom for how close you are. You know, in close quarters. Borderlands, I'm hoping when they make it a 64-bit on the new engine, they can do the spawn rates further away so enemies can spawn further away. So we could have better sniping, like we could literally snipe out a whole camp. And then right now, like if you see them spawn all far away, you can snipe them, but they won't aggro you like that. They're not aggroing. I hope they can increase the range at which they notice you, like, so you get like twice as far away.
Hold it right there.
You know, twice as far away, they could react to
They
you.
told me to bring a pail once. You look hell enough for my whole life.
You know, they could react to you at. I gotta kill. This is gonna be ammo inefficient, but it's gonna do more damage. I don't really want to set him on fire. I want to play with this. I missed my shot, and I got to pay for it with an extra long bolt action reload. Ooh, he moved right when I went to pull the trigger. He didn't get it though. So this thing is so much more fun because it does damage now. That bull about low fire rate, you get a headshot on an enemy without a shield and it doesn't even snipers this low should be blowing people up. Butter him up a little bit.
That must have hurt.
Get rid of him real quick, so I don't have to worry about him. And then this fool here.
Scream!
Because he kind of jumps around. It's hard to get crits on it. He's got a lot of health for this early in the game.
Satisfying, huh?
Ooh, he gave me a 3-dog. All right. So I got a 3-dog. Did that barrel blow up, or did he throw a corrosive grenade?
Oh, yeah, and since you shiverbrains evidently don't know how to listen, I'll say it again.
I like a 3-dog, especially
Stop
a fire
bringing in
3-dog.
fake
I like that.
sirens. Only 6
I'll use
sirens can
that.
exist in the universe at any given time.
Oh,
and I already
unique
know
I got. I was
3.
kind of hoping
You're
for
not
a
gonna convince
commerce.
me you happen to find one of the remaining 3 just by drawing blue tattoos on some random chick's corpse.
The
I will admit it was
commerce
mildly
is one of the
amusing for a
things
dozen
that the
times
community
since you tried
patch
it,
fixed.
But now my office smells like blood and marker fumes. So quit it.
I think the commerce was a Tediore barrel, Hyperion SMG, and that does the SMG no favors. The Tediore barrel does absolutely nothing for the gun, and being an elemental Hyperion gun, you kind of would want a Malawan barrel on it. Yeah, my mod is broken for my chest. More chest on Pandora. I have to look into how you move mods around and load one after the other or whatever. But normally, the more chests on Pandora would take these boxes out, and there would be another chest just like this right there. At Dog Mercy, you would have a chest up on the roof, and you had to jump where he came out to get up on the roof, and you have to do like grenade jumps in some places, and you know, finding them's pretty tough, you know. And I was kind of thinking, you know, it was like, how much better would that be if Borderlands would make like the secret chest by Tiny Tina? What if that didn't spawn every time? How much longer would people would say, oh, there's a chest down here and it's a secret, let me show you, to make a video, and then you go check there and then there's no chest there, you'd be like, how is that doing that, you know? And then also, what broken is my vendor's refill. I think I might have to uncheck it, uncheck the module on the community patch and check it on the Borderlands Vendors version 3 mod. See if that's even an option in there. If it's not, then I might be stuck, because I really liked having just go in there and just click on all the different ammo types and being full, instead of going, let me see what I'm out, and then clicking 5 or 6 times and making sure you would full up on everything. It's quicker, but I also like having these vending machines having better items of the day. Well, these don't even really seem like they had that much. I haven't been really getting... I don't know if it's because it's tied to the level, but I mean, I've been in here and it'd be like a legendary right here, and it doesn't appear to be the case. I don't know. Okay, see, I don't know why this doesn't show up as a quest mark. Like, there's a thing there, but it's not showing it. And then Zed's, I mean, is turning it in actually part of the quest? That's kind of dumb. But yeah, if the fermenting edge had a replacement for it, I would replace it. If having to put up with my my vendors not refilling for one click to get the Borderlands 2 mod, I'll put up with that.
Let me know if anything catches your eye.
If there was a replacement for... I haven't found a replacement for the landscaper yet. But see, there's a blue in here. There's a couple class mods, a green shield. I think we're still under the restrictions right now. Like, we're able to get better, like, these shields, those shields, but I think we don't until we get to like level 10 or 11 maybe. Either that or my mod is broken in Sanctuary for some reason.
Oh, right. I was supposed to be studying the effects of the D-Tech guns on bandits. Right now it looks like...
like I said, I replaced the cradle with the knot because the cradle, I mean, yeah, the cradle is 100% broken. When I find a landscaper replacement, I'll put that in there. I replaced the tidal wave with a flare. You could replace the bitch with the cheat code if you want through one mod. You could replace the fast talker with I forget what it replaces, but it replaces one SMG. And on a lot of cases, like, yeah, I like those guns in the pre-sequel, but I don't like them enough to break the Borderlands lore. The guns... Ooh, look at that, a hot button Bane. That is weird. I'm gonna buy it just because I want to see... I think the Bane was always a good SMG, but I think its movement speed penalty was just what made it terrible. Yeah, so it's still... They didn't do that. I wish somebody would mod the Bane. I think somebody has a mod called Less Baneful Bane or something like that, and it removes the penalty on it. I don't think it should be that slow, but...
Fire gun already!
I don't think it should be... have no penalty. Like high damage, but... you know, maybe like a really bad reload speed. Do I have two of the exact same SMGs? No, this one's got a... I think that's a doll, and this is Hyperion. Other than that, they are identical. This one can go. Bandit 8, 11. 11 wins all the time.